Hi Pisces, welcome to your Astro Reels reading. It's my pleasure to read for you, as you know. Also, these readings are timeless and signless, so you don't have to have any significant Piscean placements in your natal chart, and you don't have to be watching this video at the time that it's being made. If it resonates, then chances are it's for you. If you'd like to work more personally with me, you know exactly where to find me on my Etsy business page, and yeah. Until then, let's just jump right in. I do want to remind you, in case you forgot, that these readings are collective, so feel free to check all of the other signs, because I feel like it's just kind of giving you collective updates along the way, and that's why I don't put them all out at the same time, okay? So anyway, Pisces, as I'm feeling in your energy field now, it feels almost like you may have, it feels like you, like if you're in a bathtub, right? And you're small, let's say you're tiny, and you're in a bathtub, this huge bathtub, and then somebody, you know, pulls the drain up and all the water starts to come down and starts to whirl out, and you're like, whoa, and then suddenly you're like, whoa, you're starting to go around. It's almost like you think you're going down the drain too, and then for some reason you get stuck here, and so the water is going down the drain, and so are all the other things, and suddenly you're seeing all of your world start to go away too, and you're like, what's going to be left for me, right? But then when all of that's done and the drain is, or the plug is put back there, now you're free to stand up. You're looking around and you realize, wow, I'm not alone. I wasn't left without anything. So as I was shuffling, I don't know if I was on camera when I was shuffling, maybe, but if so, then you would have seen these three cards drop out. I don't know what they are, but immediately I got the impression that you may have gone through such a transformation recently where something big in your life, or maybe a couple things to be honest, whether it's jobs, relationships, connections in some way, or dreams or something, may all have seemed to be being taken away. But what was actually, and that you would be left with nothing, but what was actually happening, Pisces, is that the toxic stuff was being removed and was being rid from your field. And it's interesting, as I'm saying that, my legs, my calf muscles, my ankles, my feet, especially around the lower part of my calf muscles, are feeling so good right now, because I can feel the energetic flow that's going down there, and what's happening is it's being filtered out. So anytime we do a lot of energy work, remember, filtration is a big deal. So making sure that you don't have to do this, but lymphatic massages from time to time can be very, very helpful. Drinking a lot of water is very helpful. Detoxing, but lots of nurturing, right? Nurturing, nourishing, right? So because yeah, when we're having these heavy filtration periods, you know, during these major astrological events, portal times, things like that, where we have a lot of energy being dropped off and taken out, it's very, very important to make sure that the body is getting enough hydration and filtration. Super important, because the byproduct of that process of clearing in your field, in that detox process is that toxic stuff gets stuck. And so clearing your meridians, you know, whether you're tapping, whether you're doing some other form of integrative medicine with somebody who can help you, or whether you're working with your spirit team, or whether you're working with your friendly local healer like me, hi, or any shamanic things as well, whatever it is, it's very, very important that you make sure that you get your energy to flow. Now, one of the things that we've talked about quite often, Pisces, and this goes for you too, especially as you're the rulers of the feet area, is when you are having your shower, it's always good practice, it's best practice, I think, to also envision your non-physical bodies at the different dimensions, in different directions of time, being cleared as well. So what you're doing is, while you're clearing your physical vehicle, you are also setting the intention that you are having your other levels of the field being cleared out as well, right? By what? By light, by high vibrations. 4 minutes 44 seconds. Because remember, you are not just your body. You're actually a multi-dimensional being, which we always say that on this channel. And just in case you were like, what does that mean, Janelle? that means, again, that if you are looking like this is you, hi, you're actually made up of different levels of your being. So to your physical eyes, you're only capable of perceiving with your cute little physical eyeballs whatever part of your multi-dimensional body is visible in the third dimension. Now, what's visible in the third dimension, or this physical dimension, is going to be registering through your physical eyes. But when you start to switch over to using your clairvoyance, which is using your third eye and really starting to sense with your other senses as well, you will start to see and perceive, rather, of your more of who you really are. So this dimension, it's like ding, 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 right? So, and all of that's in your auric field. So you have, just like you having a shower is not going to do anything for your emotional body, which is, you know, one of the bodies that are at a different dimension from your physical body. It's at a different dimension, that's why you can't see it, right? You taking a shower is going to clean your physical body, but it's useless on the other levels, right? But you taking Bach's rescue remedies is going to do nothing for your physical body, but it's going to mean a lot for your emotional body, right? So this is what we're saying. You wear a jacket, yeah, it's going to keep your physical body warm, but it's going to do nothing for your other levels of your field. But if you shield up your energy, right, that's going to really protect your non-physical fields. And that's why you want to always do, wait for it, multi-dimensional shielding. So that's you shielding yourself not only on one level of your field, but on the other levels as well, in all directions of time. So anyway, I just had to let you guys know that. And why? I don't know, because that's just what's coming through for you. So some of you may need to hear it. Look at that. Yeah, look, I'm looking at you, Pisces. Here you are today, and I'm getting that, yeah, I'm seeing that, yes, that makes sense. See, the tower, because I'm like, what am I looking at? I'm seeing here, it's almost like you dreamed up a certain reality. Surprise, right? All of us, right? But Pisces, you guys are very good for that. You're creatives, right? Creative visionaries. You've dreamed up a whole thing for yourself, whether it's a relationship or a reality or whatever, and here you are, you're starting to realize that you're the only one that's solid on this. Why? Just as we said, because things, the toxic stuff, have been being taken out, and so what's left of this horse is actually not a real horse anymore. Look at this. What's left of what was once physical and solid here, now look at all the slots in the middle, so you can see right through it. So again, your life is undergoing, and here's the Tower card, your life is undergoing some major transformation, and I'm here to let you know that it's for the better, because I'm really getting that a lot of what you were building on was just insufficient. And you know it's insufficient because it was not sustainable. It was toxic. This I said toxic. Look at the toxic fumes here and smog. She's like, let's get out of here, right? What they took away was just a toxicity. So I'm so sorry that if you actually lost something that was big in your life, like a position, or like job position, or a significant partnership in some area of your life, or connections in some other way, or contracts, I can just tell you that even though it does hurt, if it went out with the bathwater, I have to be honest, then it's no longer suitable for you and the vibrations that you are moving into embodying. Just letting you know. Yeah, there's a grief card. But I'm seeing the grief card, and I almost want to say there's no room for it here. Yeah, that's what the guys are saying. Look at this. How could there be room for the grief card? See these flowers that are just floating? Why do we have grief here now as these things have been moved out? When you're literally also getting the ace, by the way, the Ace of Cups, with all of these little butterflies. It's like you're crying over spilled milk with 1, 2, 3, 4, these things that are just bobbing down the river now, when you could replace it with a whole vat. And not only that, you're huge in comparison to this water. Look at this. That's the first time I'm noticing that. I'm noticing that. You're actually a giant where these trees are lining here. And then look over here. There are trees there, but you're all small. You're in the middle of the water with these flowers that are just doing nothing for anybody. The trees are sparse. It's like, what's happening? There's no color here. Your hair is just in one braid. You've got your sun hat. There's no sun. Like, where are we at? And then here, look at the color that's going on here. And then we've got a lot of yellow things. And you've got a whole thing, and it's like unlimited. And then you're big, and you're not getting wet here. And your hair's all curled. And so the point is, the guides are saying, let it go. Or let him or her go. Or whatever it is that has been removed from your life, it's time to let it go. So I'm seeing here that some of you may be actually still under the impression that you've still got enough of a structure there to maintain the status quo. But just like it doesn't make sense here to have just a leafy outline of a horse and call it a horse, it doesn't make sense to still think that, you know, whatever it is that has undergone the tower moment is still sustainable and suitable. It's like, I can still live in this house. Like, you sure? It looks like it's kind of on its way out. Yeah, so that's what the guides are saying. It's only going to be a matter of time before this horse just crumbles underneath you, because now it's just leaves. It's just figments of what? Your imagination. Because God was like, we came in and we left. We took out everything. So are you still there? I mean, I don't know why you're still there, because there's really nothing there. Otherwise, we would have taken it, because we were assigned to take away the things of substance that were no longer good for you. So you're still kind of there, and I invite you to open your eyes and look around in the room where you are. Is it empty? Are you seeing a chair there? If you're seeing a chair, I just want to let you know there's no chair there. So you're still perceiving of something that's no longer there. 11 minutes, 44 seconds. I also want to let you know, just like how you're eventually going to fall, because this horse is not a horse. This gate is no longer a gate either, because the whole point of a gate is to keep things out. It doesn't matter how many padlocks you have there. If someone can slip right through the bars, where are we at? What are we doing? Right? And here you are holding on to this structure. So understandably, of course we may still want to 12 minutes, 12 seconds, hold on to something that still to our physical eyes seems to be there. Oh, so you are still talking to that guy. Oh, is but if we look at it, it's really nothing of substance. It's breadcrumbing. It's low quality conversation. Or even more, your friend will look in and be like, dude, it's time to give it up. There's nothing here. Right? Or maybe you're still at the job that's just looking like it's dilapidated. And you're like, yeah, but maybe it's just I wanted to say temporary, but I heard the word permanent come out. Maybe it's just temporary. Maybe this is just a downward spiral. No, this is permanent. This is time to move. It's no longer there. For someone here, this is very specific, but I'm feeling this has to do with a house. So maybe you're under the impression that you are still going to receive some type of a payout from a house or a share in a house that was an inheritance. You know, maybe with a sibling or an aunt or something like that. And like maybe your mom left it or a parent left it. Now it's like in the courts, or you guys are trying to, divvy it up, and you're still under the impression that you're going to get something from that. And I'm just getting that the guides are like, no, the answer is it's not going to happen, because it's not, oh, wow, that's very strong. It's very specific. It's not in the will. So if you are going after something because you have an idea of what something should be, but yet the writing is on the wall, it's clear cut, it's not going to be, because it's not the case. This is a wake-up call to look at where you are. Just like those heavenly movers in that scenario I told you, they were called in to come in and move your stuff, all the stuff, the toxic stuff from your apartment, because their orders were like, you're moving. So they're not leaving anything there. And then you're still projecting things around this house, and they're like, so do you see a couch there? You're like, yeah, it's right there. They're like, there's no couch there. Right? 14 minutes, 14 seconds. So now we see if this message resonates for you. Super hugs, first of all. Hugs. And secondly, it's time for a mental upgrade. This is showing me that there's something in your mental field that needs a little bit of a joyful squeeze, a little joyful hug, to help you to acclimate to the reality that is now, the new reality. Of course, we can work on that together. Ding! Over a hot beverage. Nothing without hot beverages, of course. But either way, it's time to face the music if this reading is for you. Mwah. God bless you. Bye.